JV Ball Talk. We back. Back soon. So soon. We just went live.
Big news, big Woj bomb, big Shams bomb. Y'all already know. If you're on, you've seen the news. KD just got traded, boy, to the Phoenix Suns. The Suns did not have to give up Chris Paul, Devin Booker, or DeAndre Ayton. So you got yourselves, I guess you could call it a big four over there in Phoenix. But Dallas makes a move to get Kyrie. Lakers make a move. Phoenix says, hold my beer. We're about to make the biggest move of the night and get KD, boy. Let's go.
What's going on, man? It just hit midnight here, Central Time. I should be going to bed, get ready for work tomorrow. But F that, man. This trade just blew everything up. KD going to the Suns, making a big four. First thing we haven't seen this ever. I don't think we've ever seen this. I mean, I know Chris Paul's slowly creeping out of obviously he's out of his prime. He's creeping into the end of his career, but still, man, he can still play. So this is going to be scary.
Yeah, I think he's been saving a lot of it for the playoffs. He's had a couple long playoff runs where he's gotten tired at the end. So I think he's trying to save some for the playoffs. But now this takes so much pressure off of him. He doesn't have to bring the ball up. He's got Devin Booker. He's got Kevin Durant. I mean, Chris Paul really just has to, he's going to be running pick and roll with those guys, and he'll be, a spot up shooter sometimes, but he's just going to be a high IQ basketball player out there, a steady point guard. But he's not going to be dependent on so much with Kevin Durant. It's amazing when you have a guy like KD. I mean, you saw it with the Warriors, how much pressure he relieves off of you because he can just get his own shot anytime. He can just do anything he wants at any time. I mean, it was so much easier for Steph, Clay, Draymond when he played with them. It was easier for Kyrie, Harden, anybody else who's played with them. So, man, this is just going to elevate those guys' game even more. I can't wait to see how much better Devin Booker is going to be now as well. And then,
bro, he was already dropping 60 earlier this season, man.
That's what I'm saying. It's just going to be ridiculous now. It's going to be pick your poison. I mean, if you can get any more lethal than Curry and Booker, I mean, Curry and Durant, it might be Booker and Durant, that's just as lethal as far as shooting goes. It's, and Booker can create off the dribble as well.
We got Zach in the chat. My bad, Joe. I didn't mean to cut you off. We got Zach in the chat. Bulls never do anything. Man, it's not too late yet. We still got a whole day tomorrow, or half a day tomorrow before the trade deadline. So stay tuned, man. We're going to be doing a stream about noon or 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern, to catch up on all the trades. So
they could get a Westbrook buyout possibly, but we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here.
Obviously, with KD going to the West, this almost, KD, Kyrie going over to the West, this almost shifts the power to the West in a sense of, there could be some serious threats, at least with the Phoenix Suns in the West now, along with, Boston, Milwaukee in the East. We haven't even seen this team play a minute yet, but I mean, just on paper looking at it, they also picked up TJ Warren. Don't sleep on that pickup as well. TJ Warren is going to complete that starting five that they're going to have. They did lose some depth. I know they're really disappointed that they lost guys like Cam Johnson and Mikal Bridges. Those are two of their core players. Good defensive guys, good
young players, yeah.
Young 3-and-D guys, and just, everything that the NBA is made up of. Those are the type of guys you want on your team. But obviously, if you have a chance to get a guy like KD, a once in a generation type talent, you take that opportunity when you can get it, especially when you don't have to give up any of your big guns. This is wild, man.
Bro, I'm just in shock. I'm gonna go ahead and put a poll up right now, get this thing going. Do the Suns win the championship? I'm gonna straight up say it. Do they win a championship after this trade? If they stay healthy, they got KD, they got Booker, they got Aiden, pretty much all in their prime. I mean, KD's pretty much right here in his prime. He might be a little past it, but still, he's putting up astronomical numbers every night. And then you got Chris Paul, just the floor general, going out there doing his thing. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens, man. The Suns, scary team. They just went from middle of the pack in the West, possibly, in the play-in, even without KD. But now, I feel like they're going to fly up there, man. The
Yeah,
West.
they're gonna that's one thing too. They're gonna have to go on a little run to try to get good seeding in the Western Conference because they dropped a little bit as well. But sheesh, man, this is just this just changes everything. Changed the whole complexion of the West now. I mean, you still got teams like Denver. Can Denver mess with them? Can the Grizzlies mess with them? Can, the Pelicans at full strength mess with them? Who knows? But
And I was so excited for this Lakers trade, thinking that it would give them life in the West. But now, after seeing this, it's like,
this just and then, getting lost in the shuffle. I was reading on their Twitter, it was Jakob I sent it to you. Jakob got traded from the Spurs to the Raptors. The Spurs literally just played the Raptors in Toronto.
yeah.
So he played the Raptors tonight and then got traded. They said, don't worry about flying back with us to the United States. Just stay here in Canada. We just traded you to the Raptors. So
Just
he's
park your
there
seat.
now. And then right after that, the KD news breaks.
First four rounders the Suns are sending to the Nets are all unprotected. Wow.
They're just showing Josh Hart on the court. Found out he got traded. He was saying bye to all his teammates before the game at warm. Man, the NBA is ruthless.
Yeah, bro, they're talking about all these players taking control of their own destiny by putting trade demands out there and stuff. But then when it comes to teams and GMs shipping off these players, they don't bat two eyes about it. You know what I mean? They just whatever. So I mean, it's just funny how it goes, but that's just the business side of the NBA. But yeah, this big three right here plus Aiden make it a big four. Why don't you? Man, it's gonna be freaking nasty, bro. I don't know what to expect. Besides them being there in the West at the conference finals, I don't see anything less, man. I really don't. Unless something major
This
happens, Katie
this
gets
is
hurt or
This
something.
is Chris Paul's chance, bro, right here to win a ring, man. This is gonna
Yeah,
be his chance. Like
yeah.
he had that opportunity to play with the Lakers one time, and that trade got vetoed. He was gonna go play with Kobe and Gasol, and it got vetoed. He went to
Could
the
this trade
Clippers.
could this trade get vetoed? It's not official yet.
No, I don't think so, bro. I don't think they would do that anymore. There's
Yeah,
no way, dude. This is straight up. I mean, this is fair trade. It just shoot four
bro.
first rounders and three
Oh man,
rotation players.
why couldn't the Lakers get Kyrie, bro? Then we would have had a big three in LA going against this big four in Phoenix. Like it just would have been, it would have been even nastier. I mean, I love seeing Kyrie with Luca. Don't get me wrong, but I would have loved to see him with obviously LeBron and AD.
Yeah,
Uh,
that'd have been quite the matchup for sure.
man, dude, now we got
Phoenix Suns. This show's ending.
So yeah, we
So
had a
it's
feeling,
time
man,
for
when KD was
now
quiet, he
the
hadn't come out and said anything since Kyrie demanded a trade. We know he's been hurt. We seen him on the bench. We saw him put out a video congratulating LeBron, but he hasn't said anything or made any comment when Kyrie decided to get traded. So this is kind of something that obviously before the season he has to be traded. He stuck it out for a little bit, but I think he understands now that without his running mate, without another superstar, he's not going to have much chance to win a championship. And somehow got with Sean Marks and was able to work this out with Phoenix. Whatever demand KD was making to them, it worked because he was able to get out of there. He literally just signed a 4-year contract this past year, so he still has 3 more years after this year. I mean, they could have easily told him to go, just go play and not they weren't
yeah.
going to do anything, but
They didn't have to, yeah. But I
he
think
obviously said something to where they were like, "Well, we need to trade this dude."
yeah, he gave him some type of motivation, saying he wants to win. Obviously, that's his main goal. I feel like, and getting down to it, he's just like, man, either trade me or we're gonna just be shitty. Because no, like you said, no teams wanted to trade any good pieces to them and make them better because they wanted to see the opportunity of him leaving, and that's exactly what happened. It's crazy. Like, we got Sebastian in the chat saying, "Is it just me or the Nets got a really good haul for a player that wanted out?"
Oh, they did. I think both hauls they got for both guys, they came out okay as far as trying to rebuild, and they got a bunch of picks for if they want to make other trades too to try to get people. But I mean, that to me right now, that organization, I don't know who's going to want to go and play over there with all the dysfunction that happened with, Kyrie and how they treated him. And then, now Durant, James Harden, the list goes on. Just, they haven't made the best decisions. And then they traded for Ben Simmons, who obviously hasn't worked out for them either. So, and they're still stuck in his contract now. So I mean, they haven't been making great decisions. I mean, if you're trading away Kevin Durant, then you're pretty much setting yourself up for a full rebuild at this point, which is crazy to say because they're fourth in the East right now.
Yeah, man. I mean, they still have a shot to make some. I mean, the trade deadline's not over. Could they trade some of these picks, get some other players for Toronto, maybe Toronto or something? But after that Toronto trade, the Acapulco, that makes me wonder: are they gonna totally, disband that team, or are they planning on maybe?
They seem like buyers now. They seem like they're trying to improve their team.
Yeah, which maybe they see the stuff going down in Brooklyn. They're like, hey, that team, yeah, they're fourth right now, but with all the stuff going on, we could creep up there and maybe get that home court advantage in the playoffs.
Yeah, maybe they see an opportunity to still try to make a run to the playoffs. But I mean, Brooklyn has a lot of good pieces, and they can probably form a pretty decent team over there in the East to compete. Somewhere in that bottom four, maybe try to get in the play-in. But at the same time, you don't have any stars on that team. When you get into a situation, who you going to? Yeah, who's going to take you to that next level? You don't have
Cam Thompson. That's all you guys can.
Cam Thomas is the next
Thomas.
Guy.
Yeah. So
Cam Thomas, Nick Claxton now.
Yeah, we got Stanley Phillips in the chat saying the West is lit. West is lit. Yes, it is lit. You already know. Celtics no longer the favorite overall. I guess they're talking about NBA Finals. Yeah, man. I mean, I think I would put the Suns definitely as the favorite. They haven't even played a game yet.
I know they haven't played a game yet. I mean, you still like the Celtics and Bucks. I think this puts the Suns right there at that level, with them, but all the teams fully healthy. But I mean, this Suns team on paper, you look at them, and that's a dangerous looking team right there.
This tweet right here, bro. Fucking Ben Simmons, and there was one.
And it all comes down to one. So I think Ja would like to take back that comment of him not being worried about anybody in the West. He's got a lot to be worried about in the West now.
Well, that was before the trade deadline ended. So looks like Sebastian says they can really build around Cam Thomas and Claxton. Yeah, those are two good young players they definitely build around. Definitely with all the picks they got coming up now, they can go that route, or they could even move some of those picks and maybe get some veterans to help, juice them up a little bit. Stanley says got to get rid of Simmons. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna have to find a way to try to dump his contract at some point, but they're obviously going to be in a full rebuild mode at this point, unless they make another deal here for some sort of star, which I don't see happening.
This fool said 2K going to be wild online. Yeah, that team's going to be stacked, bro. He's going to be picking the Suns.
I know that's like a team you would build on 2K, right? It's like,
bro,
let me just build this team and put KD on it real quick.
And to think that they were thinking about trading, they were going to trade Chris Paul and Crowder to the Nets.
If you look at that team talent-wise, you can almost say just on paper that they look almost as good as the Warriors team when KD was over there. I mean, obviously you got Steph, but other than Steph, I mean, after that, take away Book, take away Steph, take away those two guys. I mean, after that, you got Paul and Ayton, and then you got Clay and Draymond. I would say Ayton's a little better.
If you had a shooting contest between Steph and Clay and Chris Paul and Booker, I mean, yeah, Steph and Clay would probably win that, but I think it would be a lot closer than people think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Book can shoot.
They both can shoot. Yeah. So
got the gym.
Sebastian.
Paul's been able to hold his own. He's a little older, like you said.
Yeah, Sebastian says, remember the Nets have Bridges too, still young. Yeah, they got some good young pieces from the Suns. Didn't they get Cam Johnson too, you said?
Yeah, they got Cam Johnson and Jay Crowder. They are like a team now made up of 3-and-D guys.
Yeah.
They got those guys. They got Dorian Finney-Smith. They got Spencer Dinwiddie. They got Royce O'Neal.
They got so many plug-and-play pieces, dude. Like
they're almost like the Raptors now. Just a bunch of long 3-and-D guys that are going to run the floor. They could be deep. So yeah, I mean they'll have a good team, but I think when it comes down to them actually getting to the nitty gritty and needing a star, that's when they're gonna
struggle. Yeah, getting down to the in the games, in the possessions. Yeah, no, I feel you. Sebastian wants to know if the Hawks are buyers or sellers. Man, that's a good question. I think the Hawks right now are kind of up in the air. That's another team that they could possibly make some trades. I know Collins was on the block.
I think they were looking for exploring some options for Collins. I don't think Trae Young's very happy over there though, so they're not going to trade him right now. But I think after the season, if they don't make a run and end things the right way or the way that they want to, I think I could see Trae trying after the season trying to get out of there. He's just not happy over there. And you can tell in that team's play, they're not really together as a team. So yeah, I think they're definitely looking. I think they're buyers right now at the moment, but you might see them be sellers at the end of the season, during the off season.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. Just right now, just trying to make a run. The East is now a little more open now that trade happened. Two big superstars went from the East to the West, which is crazy. In a matter of days. Looking at this lineup right here on Twitter, starting lineup for the Phoenix Suns: Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, Torrey Craig, and DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, you got TJ Warren coming off the bench.
Yep.
Got guys like TJ Warren. You still got Cam Payne. Still got some other guys. Dario Saric, see if he can get going.
Yeah,
some other guys too.
Yeah, I feel like the next few drafts, it's going to be like Utah, OKC, and Brooklyn making all these picks in the first round.
Seriously.
It's going to be wild, man.
Yeah. Man.
Wild, bro.
Power shift in the West.
Let us know what you think in the chat, boys. You think this is odd?
What's up, Josh? Try to hop in, dog.
Is he coming? Is this an automatic win for the Suns to get to the finals, or are they going to have some competition in the West still? I mean, I think people are going to put up a fight, but KD can stay healthy, man. They're gonna, if their team can stay healthy, they're gonna have one of the best shots for sure.
KD traded to the Suns. Huge Woj bomb. Mikal did tweet. He said, "Oh my God," laugh out loud. So he was.
All right, so Sebastian said, "I'm a Hawks fan. I would love to see them trade Bridges and give them Collins." So he wants to get rid of Collins and get Bridges. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad pickup for the Hawks, but I think they would need another big for if they give away Collins. I don't know if they can afford just taking another small forward or guard. Well, I think Bridges is a small forward, but
yeah, the Hawks got some nice pieces, man. They could use another wing, wing defender, a wing scorer, really. Someone who can knock down shots too, but I mean, a guy like Bridges would be perfect for them.
Stanley Phillips says, "Suns look good, new GM too." Yeah, that's the way to make your mark, bro. Coming as a new GM and as your first fucking action, great for Kevin Durant. Yeah, like, come on, bro.
Just stamped his name real quick.
He's good. You don't worry about that guy. Ain't nothing going on here. Look at this, Joel. The Suns after trading for KD. Looks about right. Monstars.
So right now the Suns, it's based on the standings, it looks like they're fifth in the West.
Okay, so they're right there in the mix of it, and they can easily get up.
Mavs are fourth, they're fifth. They're not too far back. They're about 8.5 games back of first place, but they can probably still creep into. I mean, they're right even Dallas for the 4th spot, 2 games back of the 3rd spot of the Kings. So yeah, I would expect them to move up either to the 3rd spot or the 2nd spot possibly.
Yeah, no, I think so too. I think they're going to creep up there to that, like you said, top 3.
These moves though, they cripple teams like the Warriors and the Lakers who are not fully healthy or trying to get in the playoff run, because these are teams now who we thought could be on the verge or in the play-on, and now you see them, they're pretty much going to make the playoffs.
Oh yeah, Dallas for sure, 100%. Phoenix,
the Grizzlies are in, the Mavericks are going to be in, the Suns are going to be in. The Kings look like they're going to be in. That's already 5 teams. The Clippers are probably going to be in. That's 6 teams. So now you're talking about all these other teams fighting. And then I didn't even name the Pelicans.
Yeah, the Pelicans. That's another team. So you could
So
probably
now you're
bounce
talking
out the
about
Clippers then on that point.
so now
Yeah,
you're
sure.
talking about the Timberwolves, the Warriors, the Lakers, the Trailblazers fighting for one spot, and it's like
Yeah,
gonna be crazy.
it's gonna be crazy. No, it's gonna be crazy. And Stanley says in the chat, KD gunning for Kyrie now. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, and again, they're friends off the court. They ain't gonna change that. But on the court, when they're playing each other, yeah, he's gonna go at him for sure. It's gonna be fun to see.
What's crazy? If the season ended today, they would be playing the first round of the playoffs in that 4-5 matchup.
That would
crazy.
be crazy, dude. I would love to see that. I think people were saying they want to see a 7-game series of this matchup, and KD hasn't even stepped on the floor in the Suns jersey yet, which is wild. Sebastian says, I'm not too hyped about the Suns team. I remember when we were really trying to hype up the Nets when they got their big three with Claxton and Claxton. Now look how that turned out. Yeah, but I feel like this is a totally different story, man. Just the fact that they already
He's going to an established situation.
Yeah, to a team where they're ready, like they already know their identity, know what they can be, and they're just adding another superstar. Like
Exactly. It's just much like the Warriors. He's going into a situation where they have a system. They have everything that they need as far as team-wise. He's just like that missing piece that's going to put them over the top, hopefully. But obviously there's going to be tons of excitement before we even see them play. But he's right. I mean, there's a lot of things that can happen. I mean, there's always a ton of excitement when new things happen. But this,
Yeah,
like you
sure.
said, Ben, is a different situation compared to him going to a place, a foreign place, joining with forces with other guys, and them not really knowing the organization. He's going to an organization where everything's established already. The framework is there. The foundation is there. The coaching is there. The system is there. So he just needs to come in and be who he is. And I mean, things are going to work out.
And just like you said, with him going to the Warriors that one time with the established team, he's done it before, so he knows he could do it again with this team coming in, not trying to step on anybody's toes, but trying to find his rhythm, and everything with Booker and Chris Paul. But they're all on the same page. They all want to win a championship, so I feel like they're gonna make it work. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. I don't know.
Yeah, and they already have a system, a good offense in place. So their key thing now is going to be depth.
Health. Depth and health, yeah.
Yeah, depth and health. Getting Chris Paul healthy, getting KD healthy, them playing together, at least hopefully 20 games towards the end of the season. Getting that's going to be the main thing. Them playing together, getting that chemistry, and then getting their bench guys to step up here late in the season to try to win them some games so they can stay in that top 4, top 5 in the West, right there.
Yeah, no,
Man, it's
gonna be wild, man.
gonna be exciting.
My
We're gonna have to-
God.
We're gonna have to look up the schedule here as well.
Yeah. I wanted to look up the schedule. Probably pull it up here too, but what did Charles Barkley say now? I have no idea, man. That pulls on. Man.
Obviously, KD is out till the All-Star break, so till next weekend. So if we see him, play for the Suns, we're not going to see him play until another couple of weeks. They just got Devin Booker back. Man, I know Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson are probably disappointed, but sheesh, they can't really say much when it's Kevin Durant. It's like, well,
But they play March 5th. So next month on the 5th. So basically a month away almost. So KD should be back by then in Dallas.
this might have been a similar deal that they had the framework for, but in the beginning of the season when KD requested a trade, they might have been including Aiden instead of, Johnson. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
that kind of surprises. Well, it doesn't surprise me, but like I thought Aiden wasn't really happy in that situation there because what was going on. I mean, because of the way he, got offered the offer sheet by who was it? Atlanta. I forgot who it was who offered him the offer sheet, but somebody Indiana. Yeah, and then they matched it. So ever since then, I feel like he just didn't want to be there. But maybe with this trade, knowing that they have a chance to win a chip, bringing over a player like KD automatically puts you in that conversation. So, hopefully the mood changes quick over there. You know.
That's a really good point, Ben, because that could be a wrench in this whole thing. Is if DeAndre Ayton isn't really happy there in Phoenix, does he buy into all this? Because you got to think about it. He's going to have nights where he's not going to be the focal point.
He's not going to get much touches. Yeah.
Buckets. He's going to get her off rebounds and off pick and rolls, rolling to the basket, things like that, hustle plays. So he may not get ISOs in the post and things like that, which he doesn't get much of already. They work through him a little bit, but now it's going to be even less sometimes.
Yeah.
But I think while KD's out here in the near future, they're going to have to work through him some more and really get his head in the game and get his confidence up and kind of make him feel like he's involved in really big part of this team, because they're going to need him down the stretch if they want to make a run. But that's a good point, Ben. That could be a huge wrench in this. If he's for some reason not happy, he could throw off the whole chemistry of everything.
Yeah, no, 100%. They need to keep him happy, keep feeding him, give him a few touches every now and then. He needs to also crash the boards. I feel like if he can get on his offensive boards, he'll get some easy buckets with pick and roll with KD. Getting down the lane, they're going to be a lot focused on KD. We got Sebastian in the chat saying the only thing I know is that Warriors and Lakers are losers from this trade. Yeah, you're probably right on that.
But we were just talking about it. Yeah. It's going to make it tougher for them to creep up in the West.
Stanley also said in the summer they didn't want to give up the young players. I'm assuming he's talking about the Suns. And yeah, I think that they still want to see what their team was going to look like. And moving into the season, they're in the middle of the West in the pack, and they're not really getting talked about much. People don't really have much faith in them making it out of the West compared to the other teams there. Obviously, with this move, it just totally changes that. So now all eyes are on them. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this changes the whole complexion of everything now, that the way we look at things. I mean, everyone's going to shift their news from talking about Brooklyn to talking about Phoenix, Dallas, Dallas, all these other teams now.
They're just following KD and Kyrie wherever they go. They're following those teams.
You're not going to see Brooklyn much in the news anymore because these guys aren't over there. So
yeah, it's crazy.
I guess we're not going to see Nick Friedel anymore in the news. Boo hoo.
Not going to see as much Ben Simmons.
Dude always stirring up drama. Come on, man. We ain't got time for that. Talk about basketball, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. Look.
I tweeted. Did you see what I tweeted too?
No, I didn't see it. Let me go look.
Cam Thomas.
I am the captain now. It's funny because they were just talking about that. Remember I was talking about Cam Thomas calling out KD, saying he's better than him and stuff, and then they trade him. That's wild, bro.
Boy drops 3 straight 40 points, and they're like, all right, we can trade KD now. We're good. We got Cam.
Yeah, we got Cam. We're good.
We're all right.
Stanley says the Suns knew their window for a chip was closing fast, so they went on KD. Hey, man, the same thing with the Warriors. They could have done that too, right? I mean, if they would have threw a lot of pieces at the table picks, I mean, they could have went all in and tried to get KD back, but that would have been wild.
Yeah, I had mentioned that the other day. I was like, why isn't he? Remember, I said that. Why didn't he just go join the Warriors back?
Yeah, I want the Warriors. They would have to get some pieces though.
He'd be fine at, but
yeah,
obviously a lot of things would have to fall into place. But shit, the Suns beat him to the punch. It's funny now too because a lot of people would hate on the Suns because they, obviously, they celebrate a lot. They hadn't won anything. They talk a lot of smack, and man. Could you imagine them facing the Warriors now in the playoffs? Seeing the Warriors in a first-round matchup or something?
I wouldn't mind seeing the Warriors in the first round, them giving them a little smacking, and then seeing them play Dallas in the second round. Luka and Kyrie. Luka, Kyrie. Luka going against Booker. Kyrie going against... Dude.
So many possibilities.
So many storylines right there, bro. Like, it's just...
Crazy.
I mean, because Booker wants revenge for when Luka knocked him out last year, right?
Oh, man. This is just gonna elevate the trash talk even more to a whole nother level. Now, what this does though also is this puts pressure on teams like Denver and Memphis to maybe make a move as well and try to get somebody else.
100%.
I mean, there's you know, even the Grizzlies had assets to where they could have made a move for a guy like KD. They have the assets to do it. They have the young players to possibly.
I think they were afraid
Nope.
to give up the depth, like you were
I
saying.
think so too. Yeah, because they would have had to give up a guy like maybe like Bane or something like that. But at the end of the day, you know, the Suns are willing to take that risk here because they're going to go all in on the championship. But it puts a lot of pressure on these other teams in the West to make a move and to try to make their teams better because, I mean, you have to now.
Yeah,
You cannot stand pat.
no, 100%. And you could be really deep in the regular season, and then in the playoffs that doesn't really come to play because you end up going to what, a 7-8 man rotation most of the time, anyways.
Exactly, yeah.
So really, you really need your first 8 to be solid, and then after that it is what it is. But
Yeah. And then you're looking at, do we have the 5 at the end of the game to match up with these guys? Like who are we matching up with who, you know?
yeah,
Do we even have a 5 that we can put on the floor that are going to be able to mess with the 5 they got at the end of the day?
it's gonna be tough, man. There's a lot of teams that can't match up with them. I mean, just thinking about who's gonna guard who matchup wise, it's just crazy.
And this doesn't, it does hurt the Suns' depth a little bit, but it doesn't hurt them so much defensively when they have their guys out there. Like they're still
Yeah.
going to be pretty
yeah.
good defensively. Booker's a little bit on the smaller side for a shooting guard as well. You know, him and Paul, they might struggle out there sometimes on the perimeter, but I mean, they'll have Ayton, they'll have, KD backing them up as well. And then whoever else is out there and TJ Warren or, Torrey Craig's a pretty good defender as well. So I don't think this hurts them a whole lot defensively, although they did lose some good defensive players in Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson and Jay Crowder, obviously.
Well, Jay Crowder wasn't even playing for them, but yeah, no, the other two were definitely good, solid players. I still think you're gaining way more on the offensive side with KD, and then KD does. It's not like he's a scrub on defense. He can get out there and get some blocks and contest shots and stuff. He knows what he's doing. I like the point Stanley's making in the chat. He goes, KD was fed up with Sean Marks, Steve Nash. Now they're gone or whatever. He's saying that he did not like Sean Marks. The Nets never had leadership and structure. Yeah, that's what it seemed like, man. They really had nothing that they were aiming towards. They were kind of just throwing pieces together, hoping it worked. Kind of like when they made
100%.
They were trying to, they made the trade for Harden, just trying to make it work. Hey, we get a big 3, we're gonna win. You know what I mean? That's what they're thinking. They weren't even trying to fill out the players or anything. It seemed like. And then he goes, Jacques Vaughn almost had Coach of the Year. Oh well. Yeah, I probably would have won it if they would have kept KD and Kyrie happy, but I don't know.
He's still gonna be a great coach in the future.
Oh, he is for sure.
We'll see what kind of moves they make in the future, but obviously talk's gonna go away from that team and shift to the Western Conference a little bit more now here. We still got a whole nother day, a whole nother 12 hours, folks, of this. The trade deadline doesn't end until tomorrow at 3 Eastern. Well, I guess today officially because we're already into Thursday here where we're at.
Oh, look, here's Adrian Wojnarowski, breaking news. The Nets are expected to explore trade scenarios for Jay Crowder already heading into tomorrow. So that's another trade. We could already see Jay Crowder going somewhere else.
I would imagine Jay Crowder wants to go to a contender.
Yeah.
So I could see them possibly dealing him to, maybe look at places like Boston, look at places like Milwaukee. Maybe he even shifts back over to the West and goes to like a Memphis or a Denver.
I think that whoever picks him up in the West would be huge because I think he's a good matchup for KD. He's not as he's obviously no one can shut KD down, but he'd give him a little bit of problems,
Oh, he would love to play against his old team and have that opportunity for sure.
Yeah, that'd be wild. Imagine he goes to Dallas, bro.
Sheesh. That could be another team too. So here we go with the NBA. It never fails. All the drama.
Here comes Pat Bev.
The other. See, Woj been in the gym. He giving Shams trouble this year. Woj is back on his shit this year. He's getting these tweets off right before Shams, like seconds before Shams. He's tweeting them.
That's crazy, bro.
Always a battle between the Woj and the Shams battle of who's gonna tweet it first, who's gonna put the news out first.
They gotta have similar connects, bro. There's no way they're getting information at the same time like that.
I mean, they're here at the same time. It's just all about who's who's got it saved in their drafts, or
Who's got the faster thumbs?
you already know they got all these saved in their drafts, bro. They just go into their drafts and just got to get them going. They already have them ready.
Yeah, they're already checking out these trade scenarios.
ESPN told Woj, like, you better start beating Shams, or I'm gonna put you on the hot seat.
Look, you were saying earlier, someone's got to ask Jao now how he feels. Said, nah, I'm fine in the West. How
Somebody
you feel
asked
now?
him, how you feeling? Let us know.
And 80's a different breed, bro.
A lot of these NBA players sleeping right now that maybe even haven't seen the news, because usually you see a lot of them tweeting.
Kyrie and gets away from KD out of his conference for like one day and then right back in it. Oh, man. 21-year-old Cam Thompson, youngest player in NBA history to score 40 points in 3 straight games. The previous was Allen Iverson during a run of 5 straight games in April 1997. Wow. Impressive. Maybe the Nets do think they have a gem here, a hidden gem that, I mean, Cam Thompson's always been a good scorer, but I guess doing it consistently, right? Main thing.
Yeah, he's still young too, so.
So we got the NBA special trade tomorrow. We're going to be doing one too about 1 p.m., 1:15. We're going to try to get on, boys. Be here for the end. Talking about all the trades going down. I'm sure there's going to be a lot going down overnight and in the morning. I wouldn't be surprised when shit pops off. Yeah, Stanley says, Woj getting that bonus. Yeah, NBA going to have him a little fat check. Thanks for keeping everybody entertained with the trades. Stanley says Shannon Sharp going to be in tears. Yeah, he probably is going to be in tears, man. Denver looking over their shoulder. Yeah, man, there's a lot of them and the Grizz, man. Those two teams and the Pelicans, you know, were probably the top 3 in the West to, you know, major contenders. And now you got to throw the Suns up there with them. There's probably a few other teams I'm missing. Dallas, Kings, like Joel was saying. So, all right, Stanley. Catch you later, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Thanks for tuning in, man. JB Ball Talk. Ball up.
Yeah, thanks for visiting, bro. We'll see you next time. We'll be on tomorrow. Catch us tomorrow.
Yeah, well, technically it's today, but
Yeah.
Grizzlies too immature. Yeah, they be talking a lot of smack. They can get to just playing basketball.
He tweeted, "Sick world getting traded at 1:30 in the AM."
Who said that?
Kyle Kuzma. Because it's now 2 o'clock on the East Coast.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so the summary of
Green tweeted. Some of the NBA players are starting to tweet now.
yeah, they're tweeting it out. So summary. This is a summary of what the Nets got for KD and Kyrie for this week. Melko Bridges, Spencer Dinwiddie, Jay Crowder, Cam Johnson, Jordan Finney-Smith, 5 first-round picks, 1 swap, and 2 second-round picks. That's pretty.
They got a load for
that. Is a load.
I guess if that's how you're gonna do it, that's how you do it.
Bet, Stanley. Appreciate it, man. We'll catch you later today for this deadline and then getting down into it. Yeah, we're about to hop off here soon. We gotta get a little bit of shut eye. But this just got us hyped, bro. You right now.
Yeah, we just got hype. Had to get on real quick, so we appreciate anyone that tuned in just with us real quick. I know you guys are excited. I mean, how can you go to bed when Kevin Durant just got traded to the freaking Suns? Like, what the heck?
Look at this tweet, Joel Suns right now, getting out of their coffin, like.
Let's go.
He's doing his thing, bro. He's alive. They're alive.
Tell me why I got a Kevin Durant and Kyrie poppin' Nets jersey. Now I gotta get some new ones whenever the new ones come out.
Start looking on eBay for him, man.
Oh man. So huge trade news today, the Lakers made a deal. It was big news, and then all of a sudden, saw another deal go down with the Spurs, and then boom,
another one, and then another one.
Woj just hit us with a freaking right hook and an uppercut with this KD trade. Man,
Chris Palmer with the tweet: D'Angelo Russell's teammates, Kobe, Steph, LeBron. Wow.
crazy.
He hasn't won a ship yet, though. Barkley, KD to the Suns. Oh yeah, what is Barkley saying right now? Someone said that in the chat earlier, man, and I just totally skimmed over it. But I forget that he's like a big Suns guy, so he's gonna be freaking.
He's asleep right now, but yeah, he's always hating on KD. So now what's he gonna say now? Like,
yeah, what is he gonna? He's gonna have to. He's gonna have to ride him, bro.
He's a bus rider or what? Like, I mean, and he had no choice. He didn't join the Suns. He got traded. Obviously, that's probably where he wanted to go. It's funny, right, that they sent Kevin Durant where he wanted to go, but Kyrie, they were not going to send Kyrie where he wanted to go. That's how petty they were over there.
Yeah, it's because they were mad because he didn't want to take the freaking. I don't want to say it, the shot. You already know, but and then
well, that's one of the reasons.
And then also that post probably that he had.
Well, just because he doesn't
causing
doesn't get in line with them all the time or whatever it may be. But the thing is that those guys over there, I think they knew once Kyrie requested that trade that I think they knew what was coming next.
That's fair. Waking up at 1:30 and learn about the KD trade. That's hilarious, bro.
I'm pretty sure they knew what was coming next. But tomorrow on TNT basketball, Charles will be on there. I'm sure they'll have a lot to say.
Oh yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. Oh yeah, it's Thursday. Well, it's already Thursday. Yeah. So.
I don't know. Do the Suns might play tomorrow on TNT?
Do they play the first game? Who plays the first game? Because I know it's. Yeah, it might be the Nets versus the Suns. I don't even know.
No, it's the Bulls and Nets.
Okay.
The Suns do play the Hawks though.
Yeah, but he's not gonna play tomorrow night.
Yeah, but it's the Bulls and Nets.
Well, when we get KD might play Friday though against the Pacers, maybe.
No, he's hurt, bro.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. Yeah. He's gonna be out for a couple more weeks, basically.
Yeah.
I forgot he's still out. Probably because I'm like half asleep right now.
Yeah, it is late, bro. If you want to go to sleep,
No, you're good. I'm hyped anyways. It's cool. I'll be fun.
Yeah, this is crazy. This was, I mean.
Yeah. Sandy's got a point. He does have to clear physical, so he's gonna have to. This trade's gonna have to hold off maybe for a little bit. So he does that, but sounds like it's pretty much in the books. Appreciate everybody tuning in, man. Make sure y'all hit that sub button so you catch our stream later. Hit that like button, gets it out to other people. We're going to be doing some giveaways soon. If you like basketball cards, we're going to be doing some pack giveaways, and then we're going to be opening some packs on stream and giving away the cards. So if you like that type of stuff, make sure you hit the sub button. Come back here, check us out. We have a Discord if you want to join it too. It's in the description. But yeah, my name is Ben. Got Joel beneath me, my brother, co-host.
Yeah. Follow us on Twitter as well, JB_ball talk. If you're on Twitter, always retweeting funny stuff, just putting random stuff on there. So get down with us. We appreciate the interaction. We always love that. So we just appreciate it.
There's another tweet from CJ McCollum coming in. This is all because John Moran says he was good in the West. No.
Hey, you got to retweet that.
Yeah, I got to retweet that. I'll retweet that right now.
You got to like it and retweet it.
That was a good one. A lot of people are doing it right now. D-Wade, the greatest show on earth. Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to make a short on that right there.
What?
That very moment when Kevin Durant, because you got to think about it, if Kevin Durant hits that 3 and they win that series, that could have changed everything.
Yeah, because the Bucks ended up winning that
championship.
Yeah, so it would have changed a lot of shit.
Nuts, bro. Like
literally inches.
They look better. They look like the best team that year in the playoffs when those guys were healthy, and Harden was still hobbled, and then
Harden wasn't even 100%. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's crazy how close they were.
Stanley asked if we're doing call in tomorrow. We could do a call in tomorrow during the day. If we should
Yeah,
do that.
yeah. That's what I was gonna put it in the title, Joel. And if anybody wants to join the Discord, they can hop in.
That would be dope for sure. I'm sure we'll have some other stuff go down, but definitely love to talk about what has gone down already.
Wait, am I reading this correctly? This guy just put the Lakers may have just become the favorites to come out of the West. Nah, you're wrong, bro. Sorry.
That was
Oh, it was 5 hours ago.
when they made their trade.
And then 5 hours later, nope, not anymore. Sorry.
That's one of those accounts that's just like a hardcore like fan, you know, like they just they just tweet ridiculous stuff all the time. Sometimes those pop up on my feed. And then I want to say something, but then I look at the page and it's like a hardcore fan page. I'm just like, no, like there's no point.
Yeah, no, I feel you. This one. Kyrie gone. We can still win together. We talking about we? Oh, Ben Simmons. Sorry, bro. Kevin Durant has been traded to the Suns. That's a tweet.
Wow, bro.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, bro, it was so quiet from his end. We heard no noise. That had to be a red flag right there. Okay, I think I'm back. I got disconnected. Yeah, it froze up. I don't know if it was my internet or what. Something just froze up. I lost connection, but we're back.
The Spurs play the Suns in April, but it's over there.
It is.
Yeah, they already came here.
Yeah, didn't they play?
Twice.
Yeah, I was gonna say they play them twice, but yeah, I guess they already came twice. That sucks. Yeah, those tickets would probably be pretty crazy. But
hey, Brianna's brother lives over there, and right there I was just over there.
Oh yeah, when y'all were in Phoenix, right, visiting?
Yeah, we could always go over there anytime.
Dude, just
go catch a game now.
Yeah, just fly over there, stay the night for brothers, and then just so I can catch a game real quick. That'd be dope. All right, y'all. It's getting late. We're gonna get out of here.
Appreciate y'all hanging with us.
Yeah,
we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Appreciate everybody tuning in. We'll be out here tomorrow around noon for the deadline. Make sure you catch us. JB Ball Talk. Ball up.
All up.